Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. As you can see, I'm on my boat because over there, that little island, is apparently where the next DLC is going to start. So yeah, I do intend to begin the second DLC today. But before I do that, let's spend a few minutes to talk about the DLC we just finished. I mean, I could be doing that at the end of the game in my usual verdict video, but I probably have more than enough to talk about that anyway. So let's just do it now. Also, a few people left comments on my videos with their opinions on the DLC, and actually pretty much all of them were pretty negative. And I can kind of see where they are coming from, and I do share most of these sentiments. That being said, I thought that the DLC had a few pretty neat ideas, specifically bringing in the Persian assassins. Well, not really assassins, because the Assassin's Order and the Assassin's Creed, such as it is, doesn't really exist until Origins. But you could already see that Darius was a lot more like the classical assassins from the earlier games than Cassandra was. I mean, he had a hidden blade, and I'm very sad that apparently he didn't share his hidden blade technology with Cassandra. But there were also like a bunch of, well, not really callbacks, more like foreshadowings. He used phrases like everything is permitted, and well, he didn't say nothing is true, he said nothing is absolute, which I guess kind of means the same. Or when he said go in peace at the end. So, you know, a lot of familiar elements. We even had the classical Assassin's Creed theme playing in the end. So the idea to connect Cassandra with these Persian assassins, and then even with Aya, to kind of show how all these different elements, you know, relate to each other, was actually pretty neat. So the concept behind the DLC, I thought, was pretty good. Also, it's always nice to have a story that is a little bit more dense, because when you're playing a large open world game such as this, the main plot can sometimes feel a little bit slow-paced and disjointed because you're doing so much other stuff on the side. So a DLC is always a good opportunity to deliver a narrative that is a little bit more focused. And again, I would say the DLC delivered in that regard. Of course, the big problem, and that's what pretty much everyone pointed out as well, is that apparently when they wrote the DLC, they kind of wrote it like they would write it for a linear game, and they kind of forgot that, you know, they're making a DLC for, let's say, an RPG-ish game. I will talk about my thoughts on the RPG elements in this game at the end of the game in my verdict video, because it has these elements, but it's not quite comparable to some, you know, more obvious RPG games. For now, suffice to say, Cassandra is definitely a character that is at least somewhat predefined. You can influence her decisions and her dialogue, but it doesn't feel, you know, the same extent of role-playing as in a game like Dragon Age, where you create your own character, obviously, because, you know, she's still Cassandra. So in that regard, I would say the game is less Dragon Age and more The Witcher series, where you also have a predefined character and you can kind of steer his character into certain directions, but it's always Geralt. But even in The Witcher, they didn't make the mistake of, you know, forcing a relationship or romance on you. Well, with one exception, and that was at the beginning of The Witcher 2, where you literally woke up in Triss's bed, regardless of who you romanced in the previous game. And I didn't romance Triss, so if you watched that Let's Play, you probably remember that I wasn't happy about it. But they certainly made up for it, specifically in The Witcher 3, where you could, decide who you wanted to romance, and you could even, reject the book canon romance in that game. So they certainly gave you the freedom in that game. In this one, well, apparently you're just doomed to have a relationship and a child with Natakas, regardless of your decisions. I mean, I did pick the one romance option when he was about to leave, but judging from the comment that I got, the outcome is basically the same, even if you do not pick the romance option and just say, farewell, please go. So that alone is already kind of weird. And I mean, I picked the romance option because, first of all, I have picked almost all the romance options in this game, and usually there weren't many consequences for that. And I kind of felt that this is what the game was going for, because they had been pretty flirty before, even, without me flirting actively. I mean, that was literally the first flirt option you got in the entire DLC. But, I mean, from a role-playing perspective, it's not a good thing if you say, oh, well, I'm going to pick this flirt option because I think the game wants me to do it. So, yeah, I felt it was most consistent with how the story has been going until then, but it's not good to have something like that in a role-playing game. And then afterwards you could kind of retroactively justify your decision by either continuing the romance options or going for the... I only did it for the bloodline option, and again, I continue to pick the romance options because, first of all, if I hadn't done it, I was worried that I would basically remove the emotional core and the emotional depth of the story. If Cassandra has no real attachment to Natakas, then everything will just feel empty. I mean, I guess she could still see him as like a friend, and whether or not she actively wanted the child, she could still, feel for the child, obviously. So I guess there still could have been emotions involved. But still, I thought, if I don't pick the romance option, it just feels weird. Also, to be honest, the other option, I only did it for the bloodline, seemed even more out of character for me. I mean, so far Cassandra hasn't really shown any deeper interest in the bloodline, or didn't show any sign that she felt this obligation to continue the bloodline. So I thought, yeah, if she's going to do this, settle down, have a family, she's not going to do it out of obligation. She has to do it because she's actually in love. It makes more sense than the other option. So that's what I went with. But since it wasn't really my preferred option, I mean, the preferred option of the two that were available, but not my preferred option overall. I didn't really feel as attached to the relationship and the romance as the writers probably intended to. So, yeah, I wasn't really feeling it. And honestly, it doesn't help that, in my opinion, Cassandra and Natakas weren't really that great of a match to begin with. I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure, sometimes opposites attract, but I feel that Cassandra would probably prefer someone who's a little bit more adventurous and outgoing. Of course, for the sake of the story, you needed someone who, wanted to settle down and who wanted to have a family and so on. Otherwise, the whole story wouldn't have made any sense. So yeah, I see why Natakas was the way he was. And I mean, he was a nice guy, so I don't have any problems with him as such, but I didn't really see a lot of chemistry between Natakas and Cassandra as much as I wanted to create this, like, grand romance between them. But yeah, I don't know. I saw more chemistry between Cassandra and Alcibiades, for example. Or, I thought Cassandra had decent chemistry with Taletas. And when he was all like, why don't you come with me and settle down in Sparta, she basically said, nah, thank you. I'm not interested in that. So that he should suddenly decide to do it with Natakas, I don't know. It just didn't match for me. I mean, another person that I thought had pretty good chemistry with Cassandra was Roxana. Was that her name? The lady from the tournament. I thought they were pretty good together as well. But I don't know. Natakas and Cassandra, they were trying to create this romance, but like I said, I couldn't really feel much for it. And yeah, like I said, it's generally not a good idea in a game where you allow your players to make decisions to have like very important decisions taken away from them. I mean, I understand that not everything can be decided by the player. And I think we all understand that sometimes stuff just has to happen to the player. But at least the really important things should always be in the hand of the player. And they didn't do this here, so I can understand that people were upset about it. So, yeah, as a DLC for a linear game, it would have been okay. I mean, the problem of lacking chemistry would still be there, even in a linear story. But in a game that's supposed to be decision-based, you just can't do something like that, even if you then give the player the option to say, oh, well, I only did it for the bloodline. But honestly, I feel that only would have made the story worse, because there weren't even any kind of emotions involved. So I went for the romance path, but it never really clicked for me. So yeah, that's basically what most people have been saying in the comment as well. They were very unhappy with the fact that, you had this relationship forced on you. Also, it felt a little bit too much like a typical trope to me. The restless warrior falls in love and then settles down to a peaceful and quiet life. But then the evil forces destroy this peaceful life and she has to return to the fighting. I don't know. It's not really a very original story, is it? So, like I said, even for a linear DLC, for a linear game, I would say it would all only have been like average at best. But yeah, let's hope that the next DLC is going to be better in that regard and more interesting. Now, before I go and begin this DLC, let me tell you a little bit about my plans for the rest of the game. So I will finish the DLC, and after that, I want to wrap up the game by doing a few selected side missions. Like I have been asking you before if you had any specific quests that I should be doing. And some people, I think, mentioned this one over here, a business opportunity, so I will be doing this one. Obviously, we still have all of these. Again, if you think that any of these is particularly interesting, let me know, and I will be doing it. Then finally, I will be doing the final standard mission from the main story, just to have like a nice ending to that story. And probably after that I will be doing this one, A Great Escape. I mean, I have been told that this is something I could do like at the very end. So yeah, this is basically my plan. And again, if there's any particular quest that you really want me to do on camera, including these, now's your chance to do it, because after I finished this DLC, I will be wrapping up the game with a few selected quests and whatever that final Great Escape DLC is. But for now, let's investigate the island and meet the contact. I don't think this place actually has a docking place. So I'm just going to swim over to the island. I've been here before, but I think it was off camera because I had to investigate a statue for Phidias, I believe. But yeah, unusual meeting spot here. Oh, who are you? You don't seem to be quite real.
Keeper, you came.
Oh.
That's... Am I seeing things?
Huh, well, I mean, we have heard her before. We never actually saw her. Okay, well. I mean, this DLC already seems to be like 10 times more interesting than the previous one. Let's talk.
Keeper, you have come far to meet me here. Keeper? My name is Cassandra. Names change, but this task is eternal. You are the Keeper, she who keeps the Great Seal closed and the staff of Hermes Trismegistus safe.
Right, I still have the staff. I choose my own tasks, I recognize your voice, tell me more. Yeah, I mean, I saw the name in the subtitles, but I guess Cassandra doesn't have that luxury.
Your voice, I heard it in Atlantis.
You remember, my name is Alethea. With the staff in your hands, we are now entwined.
Entwined? How?
I can now present myself to you in a form that you recognize. You must deliver me to the Heir of Memories. Even now, she watches us. When I speak to you, I speak through you to her.
What does that even mean? I don't understand. I think I understand. No, who is the Heir of Memories?
None of this makes any sense, Alethea.
It will. In Atlantis, the Great Seal hid itself from Pythagoras. It wants to be opened, but not by him. Your task is to prepare the Heir of Memories to open it. Pledge yourself.
Oh, is the Heir of Memories Lila? Because she has all the memories in her animus. Okay, yeah, I guess it's supposed to be Layla. Where is the Heir of Memories? Well, if it is Layla, quite some time in the future.
Where is this heir?
Not where, but when. She is yet to be. But even still, she is here watching us now.
This must sound so strange for Cassandra. I don't pledge. I'll keep the staff for the heir. Yep, I guess that's what I'm going to do.
Fine. I pledge to keep the staff until the Heir of Memories, whoever that is ready to take it.
I mean, we have already seen that scene in the main story.
Alright. What did your diagnostics show you?
Alana's getting the results now.
It will take us time to analyze. For now,
Kyoshi, you cut out. You there?
another bug. I was saying, for now, try to relax.
Heir of Memories. The Great Seal awaits you.
Victoria, did you hear that?
Nothing on our end. What did you hear?
Before there was radio static, like we were being jammed. But just now I heard a voice. The same one Cassandra heard in Atlantis.
Might be the bleeding effect. Like Kyoshi said, try to relax while Alana works on the results of the diagnostic.
Go to the Seal, Heir.
Okay. But what is this over here?
I have enough food and water for a week. 2 if I ration myself.
I would not recommend staying down there that long. We can't help you from up here if Abstergo shows up.
Yeah. I'll hurry.
So, she may have been here for a while already.
Cassandra's gone. What a life she must have lived.
If there's organic remains, we could get a sample.
There aren't. And you're creepy.
Okay, so this is after Cassandra showed up here gave her the staff, and vanished into eternity. Okay. Let's see if we can find that seal.
The Keeper delivered me to you. Her pledge has been satisfied, and now I am entwined with you.
Oh, it's a staff that's speaking.
Heir of memories, this is the Great Seal to Atlantis. It has waited long to meet you.
Victoria, Alethia's voice is coming through the staff. Victoria?
The interloper can't hear you now.
You're scrambling my comms? Focus, Layla. You're not going crazy. I think that memory. If it wasn't an Animus malfunction, Cassandra was the Keeper holding the staff for me? And somehow the staff has been equipped for audio transmission and is connected to this seal. These symbols. It almost looks like a locking mechanism.
Name these symbols in order, and at long last, the seal will open to the Heir of memories.
Okay, talking stick. But which symbols? And in what order? There must be some way to know.
The Keeper kept this riddle and more in her mind.
Altair 2. I'm going back in the Animus. If the signal gets through and you can monitor my vitals, great. If not, well, you've earned one free I told you so.
Okay, so we need to find these symbols in Cassandra's mind. Would have been easier if she had just told them to Layla when she delivered the staff. But nothing is ever easy for assassins, I suppose.
Keeper, our task is to guide the Heir of memories to the symbols. A man called Theras knows of their whereabouts.
Theras? The guy who helped get Phidias out of Athens? Is that why you've brought me back to this place?
Here, the role of the Keeper bound itself to you, though you didn't know it yet. Now, to uncover the truth, we must go to Theras.
Okay, I guess I can arrange that. Yeah, tell me more about the Heir of Memories.
How will I know this Heir of Memories when I see her?
She will come to you. The end of your journey is in the Hall of Atlantis, where her true journey begins.
Okay, yeah, we have seen that part already. Who is the Keeper? Well, apparently it's you, Cassandra.
I don't understand who the Keeper is.
The Keeper isn't a person, but a task. And it is yours. Pythagoras held the staff to exploit its power. The Keeper's task is to restrain it and protect it from the hands of corruption until the Heir of memories appears.
Okay. And yeah, tell me more about yourself.
Who or what are you?
I am Alethea. Pythagoras called my people the ones who came before, but we are the issue. Like you, I invited rebellion into the world, though there were complications. I replicated my consciousness in the staff of Hermes Trismegistus so that I can speak with you and the Heir.
Okay, so you're basically in the staff now. Fascinating. Anyway, where will I find Theras?
Theras could be anywhere now.
What I know is that he was brought to Seriphos, but be careful. He went against his will.
Well, that's no good. I guess I will go and find him.
I'm going to find Theras. I guess you're coming with me?
Our tasks are the same.
Layla, come in.
Alana, is that you?
Two things. Something's been interrupting our comms, which explains why we lost your vitals. Kiyoshi is looking into it.
I know this sounds crazy, but I think it's the staff.
Nothing sounds crazy to me anymore. Still, I'd like to verify. In other news, your Animus is definitely bugging out. Victoria is yelling at her monitors in French, and frankly, I'm not sure what you're doing is safe.
You call that yelling? Layla, the Altair 2 is moving into position. We're gonna ask that you come up for air while we take a look at it.
I can't do that, Vic. Cassandra's looking for Theras who might know how to unlock the Great Seal to Atlantis.
The what? Layla,
Thetis was a friend to Phidias. I'll let you know more as soon as I get answers. Layla out.
Great, now we're suddenly hearing these communications even when we're playing as Cassandra. I'm not sure if Cassandra was actually hearing that as well. But, yeah, things are just bleeding into each other. So, finding Theros. Dr. Theros. Theros is on Serifos Island. He's in the northern part of the Cradle of Mirth. He's due west of the Forest Hut. Okay, which of all these islands was the one where we need to go? Andos. It's not this one. Serifos. Mykonos. Okay, this one. Well, we only have one fast travel spot here, so let's just use this one. And apparently that's already close enough. Yep, and clearly there's soldiers, like, close to him. What do we got over here? Oh, well, I don't really care about that at the moment. Yeah, let's head over there. Oh wow. Look at that pig over here. You totally killed that poor civilian. Unbelievable. Okay, how many people are we dealing with here? Just that guy and this guy? Well, that's hardly anything. Okay. Oh, I can't recruit this guy. This is one of the unrecruitable ones apparently. I'm going to loot the pig though.
I don't know any more than Phidias did. Please, stop.
I want to stop.
Cult
But I
Guardian.
can't.
Oh, they're cultists.
Not until you tell us where you found these symbols in Phidias' workshop.
Distract? Do nothing. What happens if I distract?
Go check it out. Lad, once you tell me what I want to know.
Okay, now I can go and kill the guy. Ah, that was easy enough.
Eagle Bearer, I can't tell you how relieved I am to see you.
Are you alright?
It's nothing compared to what they did to poor Phidias. Did you hear?
Yeah, he's dead. But I already took care of that. Anyway, anything else you heard about it?
What do you know about Phidias?
Only rumors now. A man in gold came into his workshop, tortured him, broke his hands. His body was too destroyed for a proper burial. All because of these symbols.
Symbols?
I was exploring the tombs of Agamemnon, Eteocles, and Orion. I'm a traveler like you. I found the symbols and etched them onto parchment to give to Phidias as a gift.
Yeah, I mean, Phidias sent us to all kinds of statues to collect symbols as well. So, there's gotta be a connection here. Yeah, where exactly did you find them?
Where were the symbols?
In Argolis, you'll find one in Agamemnon's tomb. Eteocles' tomb in Attica is where I found another. The final one I found in Viotia, deep in Orion's tomb.
So basically I have to explore a bunch of tombs. That should be easy enough. Anyway, wanna join my crew? I can protect you.
You need to find somewhere safe, Thiras. You can sail with us on the Adrestia.
I would be forever in your debt. Take this map. It's rough, but it's the best I could do. Heir, Eagle Bearer, and thank you.
Tomb map. This roughly drawn map indicates the locations of the tombs of Agamemnon, Eteocles, and Orion. Okay. So, what happened to the other two cultist guards? They seem to have vanished. I mean, I couldn't even see them when I scouted the location with Icarus before. So, they were not quite real, I guess. Anyway. Yeah, I have to go to all these different tombs now. I'm pretty sure I have already finished a few of them. So that shouldn't take too long, I hope. Agamemnon was somewhere over here, I believe. Argolis, the symbol is southwest of the palace of Agamemnon. The symbol is Agamemnon's tomb. Yeah, Argolis. There we go. Agamemnon's tomb. Okay, there's no good fast travel spot anywhere nearby, so this is going to take a few minutes to get there. Alright, here we are. The tomb of Agamemnon, and apparently Aletheia is already waiting for me.
Keeper, come closer.
Alethea?
You've discovered Agamemnon's tomb, a place where the heir of memories will find the symbol she seeks.
So, what now?
Now is relative. With this information, will the heir open her eyes and unlock the symbol?
The heir will unlock the symbol now. She'll unlock it later. Nah, we're just going to continue with the story straight away.
She will now. So, do I just wait here or something?
Our task is already complete. What comes next, she must do on her own.
Okay, how? When will I meet the heir? Well, presumably sometime in the future in Atlantis, or is there going to be another meeting?
I'm ready to meet the heir now. When will I?
Your understanding. What you do not know is that while you are yet to meet her, she already knows you very well.
Okay. Yeah, to Cassandra this all must sound very strange. What can the staff do? Well, apparently it makes you near immortal, but other than that?
So, what do I do with the stuff?
Keep it and let it keep you. The Keeper's task is to never succumb to death. All those you will ever know and all you will ever love will die.
Great.
Then you will learn to love again, and those will die too.
Great.
But you will remain.
That is depressing. Thank you, Aletheia.
This was easy enough.
Altair 2, I have our next location.
Well done. Where to?
Agamemnon's tomb in Argolis.
Okay, so back to the heir it is, apparently.
Layla to the Altair 2. It wasn't easy, but I'm in.
I still don't understand. An AI or some other kind of consciousness is in the staff, which is used to open the Great Seal to Atlantis?
Partly right. The symbols in these tombs are somehow tied to the symbols on the seal.
How?
I'll let you know, once I find one.
Guess I'm taking your word for it. Be careful in there.
What a find!
What is it?
And spoil the surprise? All I'll say is, prepare to be amazed when I get back. This body must be thousands of years old.
What body? I've just been randomly destroying some priceless ancient artifacts. Okay. So I'm just going to try to find my way through here. There are different options. Oh, well. Now I can move around shit. But this doesn't actually move in any direction. Oh, I think I actually remember this. I have already moved this in the past. I think I just moved this because I needed to get out of the tomb, so maybe I should actually keep going in this direction. Yep, I think this is the way to go. I mean, clearly this looks like Ether-related stuff. It's like the ancient stela
The first symbol is near.
That Cassandra used, I guess. And here's a treasure that she looted. Ooh, hang on a second. I found something.
The symbol!
The first of 3. You've done well, Heir.
Ah.
It almost looks like a constellation.
Layla, all of our readings are being jammed.
It's
Are
3
you okay?
stars.
I'm fine.
In a triangle.
But there's still 2 more to uncover. I'm going back into the Animus.
There have been too many bugs, Layla. We need to stop and figure out what's happening.
We'll stop once I've opened the seal. Layla out.
Well, I suppose if I find more symbols and they're also stars, that could actually make a proper constellation. Because I wouldn't call 3 stars in a triangle a constellation. Okay, and back we are. Well, that was simple enough. So, let's move on to the next symbol. Orion. Boetia. I'm not exactly sure if I have cleaned out this one, but I have been to Orion's tomb, so maybe we're going to check this out next. So, do I remember where it was? It was in Boetia, right? Cave of the Oracle? Nope. Near north of Oropos Heights. Okay. There we go. Again, no fast travel spot anywhere nearby. Why are you doing this to me? That'll take a few minutes again, so I'll bring you back once I have arrived. Alright, here we are at Orion's tomb, and while I have been here before, it seems that I haven't actually explored this place. There's still a bunch of treasures, and the stela is somewhere inside as well. So, this might be a little bit different.
The tomb of Orion awaits the... In this tomb, the heir of memories will see how life grows from a dead place.
Life growing from a tomb. If I hadn't seen the staff work, I wouldn't believe it.
The heir's task is to bring life where there was death, and your task dooms you to endure loss. Close your eyes and picture the face of one you will never see again. What would you tell them?
I failed you. Take me with you. We will be together again. I mean, that sounds nice and hopeful, right?
I would hold them and tell them to be strong, and that we will be together again.
Remember that answer and the pain from which it comes.
You don't have to tell me, Alethea. I will always remember. I will always keep.
And now, will the heir of memories rise to face the tomb?
The heir will rise now. She'll rise later. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea to explore the tomb as Cassandra first, because Cassandra is a bit more versatile. She can use Icaros and her scanning vision. And the last tomb was really easy for Layla because Cassandra had already opened the secret passages and so on. So I think I will first do a quick run through the tomb as Cassandra, and then Layla can hopefully finish it quickly.
There are other things I need to do. The air can wait.
Right. Let's have a quick look at this tomb. Yeah, this is probably where we have to go, but we need to open this from the other side. So, I may just cut most of this from the episode because it's probably not going to be all that interesting. But once I'm done with this place and Layla is ready to go, I'll bring you back. Alright, I am back. I mostly looted the tomb and I did remove several obstacles, including one right at the beginning, so I hope things should be easy enough for Layla now.
Here, in the tomb of Orion, the heir may find the symbol she needs. Will she?
Yep, I think she's ready now.
I suppose she will.
Altair 2, come in.
Altair 2 here.
The next stop is the tomb of Orion. I'll show you how to get there when I get back.
I hope everything is in the same place as Cassandra left it for her.
Altair 2, found my way in. I think I'm getting good at this.
There might be a second career in this if assassin isn't your thing.
I still think this is a bad idea, Layla. We don't know the source of the radio interference, and there are temporal discrepancies in the Animus memories.
Noted, Doctor. Layla out.
Yeah, this right here is one of the obstacles you can only remove from this side. So things are basically in the state that Cassandra left them. Now, let's see if we can find that symbol. There's like more going on over here, I remember. But I do remember destroying most of these pots, so they apparently just respawn. Because I have no good idea where I have to go to look for the symbol. I guess I'll just go deeper and deeper into the tomb.
The second symbol is close. You have done well to get this far, despite the interloper.
The interloper? Do you mean Vic or someone else? A hole in the ceiling. But how do I get up there?
Well, Cassandra already paved the path for you. And there we go. Okay, this is not a constellation. It's a tree?
The second symbol! Another part of a constellation. Maybe they fit together. Altair 2, can you read me?
The interloper can hear us.
The interloper? Who?
Layla, we hear you, but you're breaking up. Did you say you found the second symbol?
I did. And Cassandra knows where the third is. I'm sure of it. I'm going to dive back in.
As your doctor, and as your friend, I insist that we stop this. We're not able to guarantee you're safe in there. The staff...
The staff makes me immortal, Vic. I'll be fine.
Layla, please.
The staff makes me immortal. I'm fine. Well, I mean, she's not wrong. Although, she could still die from wounds and accidents, I suppose. I'm not sure how the staff works. If it's actually immortal or just ageless. But okay, that's 2 symbols down and 1 more to go. The symbol is an Attica. Alright, the sacred plane of Demeter, the tomb of Eteocles. The sacred plane of Demeter. I think it's somewhere over here. Yep. Tomb of Eteocles. Again, I haven't actually finished that tomb. So again, I may just go in as Cassandra first and then Layla can just follow in her footsteps.
You found Eteocles' tomb. Well done, Keeper.
Well, it was not so difficult.
Keeper, the heir of memories must search these old halls for the symbol she seeks. Will the heir rise to the task?
Again, I will just quickly explore the tomb as Cassandra and then it's going to be easier for Layla.
There are urgent problems that need solving now, Alethea. This can wait.
Right. Also, I can loot all the stuff when going in as Cassandra. So again, let's just do this first. Alright, Cassandra's done. So now it's Layla's turn. Although I actually haven't found all the treasures in this place so far. But I hope I prepared the path for Layla well enough.
The Heir knows to search out the symbol here. Will she?
Yep, let's do it.
I suppose she would. No?
Every step brings you down a very long road to the Heir. What you cannot show her, Deimos will.
Deimos? How?
The Heir will know when the time comes.
Altair 2, Cassandra has found the next location.
Great work. Where to?
The tomb of Eteocles. I think I found a way in.
Alright, let's do it. Now this one didn't actually have like an obstacle right at the beginning that I had to remove.
Altair 2, can you read me?
We hear you. Layla, there's something you need to know. The interference in the comms is coming from an outside source. If I didn't know any better, I'd say someone was listening in.
It must be related to the staff.
That's just it. I recognize the interference pattern. It isn't Isu. It almost reminds me of an erudito hacking algorithm.
I'd recognize a hack if I saw one. Besides, once I find the third symbol, it won't matter. If only I knew which order they go in.
You could try randomly guessing. There's not that many combinations.
There's no guarantee I get 2 chances at opening the seal. After this, we're going back to Atlantis, and I'll figure something out.
Well, that's a good point. Maybe it just gets locked after a few wrong attempts. Okay. This is apparently a dead end. And interestingly enough, the treasures that I haven't found are still visible. Okay. I mean, there's one advantage in going in as Layla. No snakes.
So well preserved. It looks like the organic matter, the paint, the wood, none of it has aged a day.
The chemical composition of the air might act as a natural form of preservation.
Yes, that's one explanation. Now, this over here is actually,
There are tombs all over the world where corpses still have hair and nails intact, even millennia after burial.
Let's talk about corpses after I'm out of here.
This is one of the obstacles that I have removed as Cassandra, but you may want to check out this as well. And yeah, it seems that Layla cannot loot any treasures. I mean, she's not actually picking up the treasure inside here. And apparently this is something that I missed. Oh, I think it's just the same obstacle as here. Yeah, I can remove this to get in here. But that's probably not where I have to go anyway. Let's just continue in this direction. Let's be careful about the spiky traps.
Incredible. These statues are in perfect condition. Those who paid homage here did so with their lives.
Still no symbol, though.
We are approaching the final symbol. If the Keeper doesn't know the order of the symbols, her brother will.
Okay. Well, I think I found it.
The final symbol! Another part of a constellation. They must fit together. Altair 2, can you read me? Okay, Layla, think this through. Outside the tomb of Eteocles, Alethea said Deimos would show me what the Keeper can't. Phidias had answers Theras didn't and was killed for it.
The heir is wise.
Altair 2, come in, please.
Layla, that you?
Did you find the symbol?
3 for 3. We need to head back to Atlantis. In the meantime, let's run the symbols I found against known constellations. Consider the research plan B.
What's plan A?
Cassandra knew where the symbols were, but not the order they go in. Alethea thinks Deimos may hold that secret. We have his DNA.
What? Layla, are you crazy?
I'm not crazy. I'm committed, and you should be too. When I get back to Atlantis, I'm getting this done whether you're on my side or not.
Okay. So, do we have to look at Deimos's memories as well now? To get proper order of the symbols? Well, that would be something different.
No, not like this. Maybe a little more. Yeah, there you are.
Oh. Oh, was it Deimos who killed him?
Are you Brisson?
Interesting choices.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
Well, apparently
Are you Brisson?
I have no other option. Otherwise, it's desynchronization.
The name is Deimos.
No, I heard you're not real. You're not real!
Oh, I'm real. Here, let me show you.
Your heart rate's accelerated and your body temp is almost 98 degrees. What's happening?
Itira! Korgath! Metin! That's all I know! You have to believe me.
Well, that option is not going to work.
I'm not here to hurt you, Phidias. We're friends. I just want to know where these symbols come from. You would tell your friend, wouldn't you?
Itira!
Korgath! Metin! Are you trying to anger your friend?
Okay, so is that the order of the symbols? Huh. Yeah, Layla, I think you may want to stop that.
Layla, get your shit together.
Layla, you're not safe. We have to get you out of there.
No! Don't be afraid. We all die. But first...
Tell me what I want to know.
Itira! Korgath! Metin! Itira! Korgath! Metin! Itira! Korgath! Metin!
Layla, we're remote ending your session.
Well, I think you got the information that you need. I mean, that's gotta be the order of the different symbols, right? Oh boy.
Itira, Korgath, Metin.
Layla, come in.
Vic, you had no right!
I had to pull you out. Diving into Deimos' mind almost killed you.
The interloper. He is listening.
He?
Sigma, I'm opening fire.
Doc, fall back.
Kiyoshi's been hit.
Altair 2, come in. Altair 2!
Uh-oh.
Vic! Anyone? Can you hear me?
So who is the interloper? So apparently it's not the communications. Well, this is disconcerting. But apparently, whatever I need to do, I gotta do it there. I have seen the symbols. I guess I know the order, so we can use it to continue. However, we will do that in the next episode, so let's make a cut here. As always, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.